guys doing? The heat is on, okay? And I do not mean the song from the 80s, okay? It's hot out here. How you guys doing? Welcome to Great Supporting. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Today, I want to talk about something that literally just happened. This is a breaking news. Breaking news. Bill Cosby has been released from jail. Whew. Okay? He was in jail for 3 years because of a sexual assault. You know, Bill Cosby is a legend, especially in the black community and worldwide. A lot of people respected him. And I felt like when he went to jail, it just diminished his whole legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything he worked for just went down the drain. So he's out, he's free and about. I don't know how he's going to spend his first day, but today he was released and he's out of jail. And how do you guys feel? Please comment and let me know how you feel. I just wanted to give you that in right now. It was a sexual assault he was in jail for. And you know, before I get into the other topic, it's like with Bill Cosby, right? You would think a man like him, a man with his type of money, with his how he is, as far as him being a legend in the game, and all these accolades that he have, you would think, why would sexual assault be associated with Bill Cosby? If you want any woman, all you got to say, Bill Cosby, oh, I'm right here. You understand? So I never understood how these men who are supposed to be up here in the ladder, they always seem to be scrambling on the floor trying to find a woman, okay? So I don't know what's going on. And speaking of sexual assault, I don't know. With Bill Cosby, I hope you this time you get permission before you get the drugs, okay? You know, I don't know. They said he was putting the prelude in and doing the little mixy-wixy, and next thing you know, next thing you know, you don't know what's going on. So, ladies, before you go out, make sure you have a tape recorder somewhere in your bag. I don't know. Protect yourself. So, yes, that was Bill Cosby. And another thing, speaking of sexual assault, have you guys seen the video that's been circulating? Take a look at this real quick, and then I'm going to dive into what I really want to talk about. But I just wanted to give you what's really trending. Take a look at this video and let me know how you feel. Please comment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Pump your brakes and let me make a phone call. 911. Yeah, Did you see that? The lady is shopping for her wig, her makeup, her lipstick, her clip-on nails, and everything else. And she can't even do that in peace. This man is licking her. You don't know if this woman is clean, dirty, having a disease, anything like that. You just put your tongue anywhere. You could, He is up. I just threw up in my mouth. My God. You understand? If he's willing to just lick a random stranger, what won't he do for $1? Whew, I just had to show you guys that. And speaking of sexual assault, ladies, be very careful when you're in the hair salon, when you're out and about, when you're in the clubs. Just have all eyes on deck, because they're going around licking while you're bending. You can't even bend to pick up a comb or a brush, because there goes somebody trying to lick your back. Oh my God. That is so disgusting. I hope they catch him and lock him up, because he has too much free time on his hand. That time of day, he should be in a job setting working. Okay, I'm sure she was off getting her little hair products together. And he's out here licking. I'm sure it's not the first lick he's done for the day. He's probably up to his 10th lick. How many licks did it take before you get to the center of the lollipop? Okay? I'm sure for him it takes 1,000. He just keep licking. And 1 and 2. He just never stops. Licker. My God. He just, child. That was disgusting. And speaking of sexual assault, do you guys know in New York City the sexual assault is up 94%? And I can see why. I can see why a lot of stuff is up. speaking of numbers going up and speaking of the nonsense that's happening, let's talk about what I really want to talk about, which is the Times Square shooting in New York City, the city that never sleeps. Maybe that's the problem right there. New York needs to have a curfew. I've said it. Sorry. I know New York is an attraction site where a lot of people come to see the Times Square. You see the lights, camera action, you see everything. And you want to enjoy that. I personally love the city. Loved it. I love the city. But my God, you're going to tell me in order to get to the city now, you're going to have to come with certain requirements. You're going to have to get a licensed gun. You're going to have to get a bulletproof vest. And you're going to have to get a few security. You're going to have those things if you plan on going to New York City Times Square. Take a look at this little video and you'll see exactly why I think you will need those things. Boop.
Once an innocent bystander has been injured in a shooting right here in Times Square. In this latest shooting, a 21-year-old man was walking down West 45th Street right here on the sidewalk when he was hit with a bullet. Once again, the crime scene taped back up after a shooting in the heart of Times Square.
It was a loud pop. At first we thought it was a firecracker.
Sydney Santana, visiting from New Orleans, was at the Junior's Bakery when the chaos started across the street just after 5 p.m. at the entrance to the Marriott Marquis on West 45th.
We did see about 10 people running towards the hotel.
That firecracker was actually a gunshot. A bullet ricocheted and hit this man in the back. Sydney saw him being whisked away to an ambulance.
He was moving. It is on his back. He was standing up. He was talking. Right. And then they just put him on the stretcher.
Police say a group of 5 to 6 CD vendors were arguing when one pulled out a gun and fired a shot. Shell casings were found on the ground.
I was a little nervous. It was just kind of like, well, what's going, I'm outside. Right.
This incident similar to another one on May 8th, just 1 block south on West 44th, when an argument between 3 or 4 men turned ugly. One suspect fired several bullets, hitting 2 women and a 4-year-old girl shopping for toys with her family. Thankfully, all survived. Now, with the crossroads of the world back open and full of tourists, the shooting's nerve-wracking.
Oh my God. Let's talk. Let's talk. Has anyone ever visited New York City? Have you guys left the 4 corners of your block to go anywhere else? Have you guys went out and just see the world? Have you guys even thought about going to New York City? Well, if you are thinking about going to New York City, this is what you're possibly going to see. This is your possibility. This is it. I'm being very honest with you. New York is now becoming one of the worst places to live. It's becoming one of the worst places to visit. Remember when everybody wanted to go to New York? Oh my God, I want to go to New York. I want to see the Statue of Liberty. Even I think the Statue of Liberty is trying to come down. She's trying to pull down the flame she had and trying to get out of town. You understand? Because everything is just going haywire. It's like the Wild Wild West. Remember those movies they used to have back in the days, like back in the 50s? With the cowboy hat and the Wild Wild West? That's what New York City is becoming. And this is in broad daylight, guys. Broad daylight. Now you're telling me you saved your money, make plans, make preparation, have your itinerary, saying you're going to go to New York. This is what you're going to do. Now you're here. And now look what's happening. Is that fair to you? No, you're saving your money to do things. And now you have to be ducking and wondering if you could go to this store safely. What is happening? I just feel like because of the pandemic and everyone was locked away like a cage, like when you let a person out that have not been out, they don't know how to act. I feel like this is what it is because even in the 5 boroughs, they've been shooting and people's been dying like flies. Nonsense. I'm telling you, this time in Times Square, this happened this month, and just in May 8th, was another shooting where a 4-year-old was shot. 4! My God. The first part of it was for this month, he was 21. He was on vacation visiting New York City. That couldn't even go right. He ended up getting on a stretcher. They had to stretch him out of here. You understand? So it's like, what is going on? Now, the mayor said, on top of getting your vaccine, because he had to throw that in there, he was like, get your vaccine, and once you get your vaccine, and then we'll figure out what's going on with the shooting. Huh? Vaccine shooting? What? It just didn't make sense to me. So they're saying that they're going to flood Times Square now with undercover cops and with visible cops that you can see with the suits on. And I'm just like, Times Square is going to be like Afghanistan at this point. Because who's going to feel comfortable with all them cops? You don't know who's a cop. You don't know what's going on. You're there to have a good time, and you're walking around scared. Oh, make me just want to twirl and make a U-turn, okay? Because if you cannot enjoy yourself, why even spend the time and the money to go there? Why? To me, that makes no sense. To me, that makes no sense. Let me tell you, New York City crime statistic as of April 2020. Let me give you the rundown, okay? So you consider these statistics when you get ready to book that ticket, okay? Statistic ticket. You see how they kind of, okay? So look, it's a 66 increase in grand larceny, okay? That's up 66%. Oh my God. Okay? So you make up your mind if you want to go to New York, okay? Then you have increase in felony assault. That is 35%. Okay? I think that may be a little bit higher. And then you have, in robbery, is at 29%. And guess what? Burglary went down. The burglary went down. They're not stealing anymore. That went down 26%. As you can see, New York City is becoming a crime zone. Before, stuff like this was happening like in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It was happening in other places. Now, all that has come to New York City. These young kids are shooting and killing each other at a high rate. For what? What is happening? Why all of a sudden the crime rate is so high? The crime rate is out of this world. Let me tell you guys something. Before you leave your house, make sure you pray. Make sure you say a prayer to the Most High. Because I'm telling you, you don't know what's going on out here in this world. You have a 4-year-old that's getting shot. You have a 21-year-old that got shot. You have killings in all boroughs. You have these young kids killing each other in broad daylight. They do not care. They don't even wear a mask. They're coming at you full throttle, bare face. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to make these decisions. If it's not the sexual assault, it's Bill Cosby coming out of jail. It just never stops. You look left, it's something. You look right, everything is a mess. And we're getting ready to have the 4th of July. Child, let me tell y'all something. I know everybody want to go see the fireworks. Last year everybody was shut in, so we couldn't get to do a lot of things due to the pandemic. And I know this year everyone want to get out, and I get it. But you guys just have to move carefully. Because if they're doing this on a regular random day, can you imagine what they would do on the 4th of July when it's already firecracker popping? Pop, 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 pop. You're going to think it's a firecracker. Oh, it's a shootout right next to you. So you just have to be careful. Make preparations to run. If you're going to go out, don't wear no little cute shoes. Wear some running shoes, because I'm telling you, make sure you can run. Because that's all that's going to be happening now. That's all that's going to be happening. A running crowd. And you don't want to be in that kind of situation with your kids, with your family. So just be careful while you're out there, bunnies. Be very careful. And let me know what you guys did for 4th of July. Send me a text or send me a comment. Send me a comment, not a text. Send me a comment. Okay, let me know what you guys are doing for this holiday. Well, guys, listen. I just wanted to come real quick and just kind of drop that little gem to you guys. If you're going to go to New York City, Times Square, be very, very careful. It's a war zone down there. You can't even sit and have a good meal. You have to be looking all around. If any little thing, you have PSD. I mean, come on. This is a mess. So just be very careful if you decide to go to New York City for the holiday that's coming up. And I thank you guys for watching. Again, this is Grace reporting.